You were born by hard-working farmers of modest means who had no library at all. How did you discover the pleasure of reading? What books inspired you as a young man? And when did you know you wanted to be a writer?
Thank you very, very much, Kunle. Well, 20 questions, 40 questions. Looks like I will need an elephant's mouth to be able to do justice to all those questions. But in a typical African, typical human way, let me begin by uttering a few words of gratitude to those who have made this occasion possible. Lola was there, waxing lyrical about me, and so on and so forth. When people like Lola talk that way, I often tell them, it is mutual, it is reciprocal. You know, umi, more. That is how frogs cry by the stream side. Yes, what my eyes have seen in the past 2.5 days I've been here has been wondrous indeed. I say it all the time. Well, I've been saying it since I got here and since I started participating in the panels. I have never attended any conference, literary, political, or cultural in Nigeria that is so organically connected, as organically connected as this. I'm looking at the poetry of it all, the fringe. The play we saw last night was magical. Yes. Then the coming out in all kinds of ways, gender, sexual preference, something political, it's really, really amazing. And our country needs this so badly at this time. Our continent needs it so badly at this time. And the transgressive nature of the whole issue. Mona from Egypt and so many other people talking about words and expressions we have been told to hold taboo. Yeah, it's really important. Thank you, Lola, very, very much for this. Thank you. I knew Lola a long time ago. She was a bouncy, vivacious, irrepressible student at it used to be Ogun State University before it became Olabisi Onabanjo University. I would like us to remember Wale Oyedele, my former student, extremely close to me. He was the one who told me long before I ever met Lola, I have a student. She's working on Toni Morrison. Oh, I have a student. She's working. No. And I know Oyedele was a very hard-nosed teacher. If you could praise somebody this highly, I really would. So eventually when I got a copy of Lola's BA long essay, I looked at the thing, I said, BA, this could pass for MA MPhil. Yeah, this was many years ago. This is Lola's happiest moment, when she's all about working, fixing things, talking to people, arranging. We thank you very much for bringing us together. We thank Olawokun for doing this. And it runs in the family, I dare say. He took me to our old man yesterday. Yeah, your father was my teacher. I'm proud to say that. Yeah, when I was leaving the University of New Orleans, and I said, please, let me go. The chair of the department said, Soyinka. I said, yes. What that does for us, I wouldn't have been here today, but for people like him. You know, if I'm tall, it's because I'm standing on the shoulders of people like that. I say this all the time. When you meet an artist or a writer, and you say, oh, who are your influences? And I say, I have no influence. That artist or writer is a fraud and we are all taught by others in one way or Thank you very much, Lola. And the team, yes, Sheun Mabo, Afolabi Adelakun, and all the names on the emails that kept coming to me. The promptitude with which all this was done. You know, there is something so symbolic and so instructive about the way you are doing things. And so un-Nigerian, I dare say. Somebody was there yesterday talking about keeping it real. Oh, disclaimer, and so on and so forth. Each time I see her, I tease her. Sahara reporters, Sahara Republic, Sahara reporters. And then, about an hour ago, somebody surfaced. And that person is the soul and founder of Sahara Reporters. Omoyele Showore. I don't know if he's still here. He's just such a mercurial person. You see here, please, let's give him a hand and realize the change we have experienced in this country, the fear, little fear that is being driven into the hearts of those who have vowed to own this country, the disablements they've been getting one way or another. We have to lay some of this tribute at the door of Sahara Reporters. Nothing like this has ever happened to our country. Journalism in the air. You can't really arrest the people who are doing it. Thank you very much for coming. And Kunle, you said all those things about me. Well, let me reply in 10, except that my blow will be more feeble than yours. What Sahara Reporters is doing in New York reminds me very much of what you and the news, Tempo, before PM, what is it, PM? What you were doing here in the Abacha years, Babangida Abacha years. Yes, I remember going to see you sometime in 1990, was it 94 or 93? I got there. There was not a single soul. Everybody was in hiding because they were doing their papers on the ground. And the security man looked at me. He said, I have seen you here before, sir. I said, yes. So he said, and he looked at me again. Thought I was somebody he could trust. And he led me to a little place. And I saw people here. Magazine was there. They were there on their typewriters, sweating. The little independence, the democracy we enjoy today didn't fall on our laps. These were the people who made it possible. And this is why we have to make sure that we don't allow people who have hijacked it to waste it. Yes. Kunle was arrested, sentenced, he was jailed for life. He was to have been executed. Phantom clip. A coup. He was tempted in all kinds of ways. Come, do this. Who did this? Kunle refused to betray his colleagues, even at the point of the death threat. I don't know how many people could have done this. Others sell their conscience easily, but he put his life on the line. A country that cannot appreciate people like that does not deserve to be a country. He was to be killed, to be executed, where then commuted to life sentence for a crime he did not commit. He's here with us today. Thank you very much, Kunle, and to the news people, Onanuga, Odudu, and others. When the history of our country comes to be written, you will get more than a chapter. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.